I'm ready to go to bed. But I gotta get through this review. Lady Lily back with another video. This is the review of the season finale of Insecure. So the episode tonight went for 45 minutes instead of its average 30. So we are going to pretty much, let me get my notes. Um, Let me get my notes together here and we're gonna get going. I'm sorry, I'm a little sleepy, y'all. I am a little sleepy. Okay, so season finale. The shows kicks off with Issa walking through her neighborhood, and she noticed that there is a lot of local business in the area that has been closed and it's been bought by this particular company. There's a lady outside handing out flyers, and she was pretty much Issa saying what happened to this particular restaurant, and she was saying, oh, it closed down, it moved, and she was saying how it's going to be a new coffee shop, and she was referring to the area is going to be Iwood now. So what you seeing, what Issa feeling is like, it's like a more she feels like the area is turning to be majority white, in which they're raising prices due to like her rent. Her rent prices went up. They're trying to change the neighborhood and force people out. It's almost like we're trying to reclaim the city. That's what I took from that opening scene, as her not being able to afford her rent. A lot of, mom and pop shops that were known in the area are closing. Meanwhile, it shows 30 Days of Lawrence. So how this episode is going to focus on Lawrence character separately, Molly character separately, and Issa character separately. So they're going to do like the 30 days of each character. So the summary of Lawrence goes like this. Lawrence ran in the race. He ends up seeing Issa with Molly while he's running, and he kept on running. From there, Lawrence have a partner over to his apartment. He's cooking dinner, and she brought a housewarming gift. They were pretty much talking about what the next move's gonna be, and they end up having sex. Fast forward to them nights later having dinner. A partner tells Lawrence that she did sleep with one of their colleagues that currently work with them, not recently, but prior to Lawrence. And while Lawrence is out, he sees Molly with her colleague from Chicago. I think his name is Quentin. I didn't know his name at first, but now I know it's Quentin. So from there, Lawrence is with his guys. They are installing. He's building his apartment now. He got money coming in. He got this place. So now he needs to what? Build the bachelor pad. So he got this big old screen TV, and they sit down to watch the Due North, I guess, season finale. Derek mentions to Lawrence that Tiffany is supposed to watch the show over at Issa's. Lawrence is being, then it goes from there. It goes to Lawrence and Lawrence at work. He sees a partner talking to the guy who apparently she has had sex with, and it shows that he is becoming insecure. So Lawrence is in the car with the a partner, and he, she's laughing at her phone, and he's thinking that she's talking to the guy at work, which ended up being her sister, who is showing her a funny picture, a partner's sister, and the partner's laughing at a picture that her sister sent of her niece that was, with her with a plate on her head. Lawrence, a partner told Lawrence pretty much, Lawrence was just saying, he don't like liars, he's feeling some kind of way, and the partner was not feeling what Lawrence was saying. And then she said, you know what, I can't do this, so she gonna say pull the car over. He said, I'm not gonna pull the car over. And then she said pull the car over, and then all of a sudden there's an incoming call from Issa. So that really made a partner want to depart. So he pretty much pulled over and let a partner out. Then it shows it shows Lawrence going to the Dunes, Issa apartment, opening the door, and it went off from there. Next, we have 30 Days with Molly. So Molly and Issa is at the race. They're there to cheer on Kelly. She was running. Running in the race. Molly is. She was. Oh, okay. Anyway, while they was at the race, Molly was telling Issa about her colleague Quentin. She showed a picture, and she was saying, he's cool and all, but he's not really look wise my type. But I mean, he got everything else going for him. Molly goes fast forward to Molly. She is on an interview, and apparently this is a black-owned law firm, and they really are impressed by her. They say, you look good on paper, but now that we met you in person, we're really impressed. Apparently, they had made an offer to Molly, and Molly was telling Quentin that she's gonna pursue some other interviews as well as go back to her current firm and see if they could do a counter offer or something. Molly is Molly is back out to dinner with Quentin, and he was pretty much thanking her for showing her around, and he appreciated. So Molly is at the counselor. Thank God she came back to her senses. And Molly, she said, he's nice, but he's not the ideal man that I should be. Her counselor stopped saying should to stop saying the should. So her counselor said she needs to get out of should and go after could. So that was her advice. Molly likes her colleague, but she's saying he is just really not her type. From there, Molly and her colleague Quentin is working late. They finished their work, the case, and he said, "Let's toast to have a drink." So they're at work. They have a drink. They go into talking, and from there, talking leads them into having sex in the office. Molly, meanwhile, is with Issa and Kelly. Molly says she wants to see what happens with this guy, but she's really trying to figure out right now. What she's really trying to figure out is what she wants to do with these jobs offers. Do she want to go work for the black people, or do she want to work for the white people? Molly is meeting with the partners of her firm, and they said they understand and they identified that she has been interviewing with other companies, and they were saying because of that, we would like to let you know that we are offering you the Rising Star Award. So it was saying it was just going to give her recognition on the website, and she gets a certificate. No extra pay, no promotion, no title. The Rising Star Award, which is almost like saying you the damn employee of the month with no perks. So that's that. And then we lead to 30 Days with Issa. So back to the race. Kelly was running in the race, but Kelly was running the race. The goal was to reach the 14 miles, but Kelly only reached 9 miles due to the fact she ended up having her menstrual cycle and it exploded, and she had to get bussed back to the starting line. Tiffany reveals that she and Derek is expecting, Kelly knew already, and then she was telling Issa and Molly, well, I'm most closest to her. Tiffany was saying that they could plan a baby shower, but based on her recommendation. So, Tiffany was like, look at Kelly losing weight, getting fit. They said, look at Molly doing interviews and taking names, and look at Issa. And then Issa pretty much was saying, I guess they looked at her like Issa ain't got nothing going on. And then Issa announced that she is moving. Issa's at work. Issa pretty much got in trouble because what she decided to do is to bring the Latino kids into the We Got Y'all office and have study sessions and group meetings there. Her boss was like, well, if you feel like the program was overcrowded, I could have brought some additional staff members in to help you all at the school. Issa explains to her boss that, based on her negligence, it was the fact that, the school, only picked the black kids pretty much to participate in the program. Issa boss was not happy about this. She said, you know what, this is segregation. This can get us in a lot of trouble, and this is pretty much could get us into a lawsuit. So she was pretty much telling Issa, once we clean this mess up, I'm gonna have to sit down and evaluate you. So much for that damn job promotion, Issa. You won't be getting that one. From there, it goes to Frida was named the director of student outreach. Issa says she feel like Frida deserved it because she was pretty much on top of it, and she offered to take Frida out for a drink to celebrate. Issa's back at the apartment with the girls, and she was saying, you need to y'all need to help me pack. And they were saying, like, won't you get, Kelly said, well, what about my girl? You don't want her to, be your roommate? She said, well, I really want to live on my own. And then Kelly said, well, where are you going to live at? Because in order to be able to afford rent, you got to move, pretty far out in order to get a hold of some rent that's affordable. And then she said, oh, I still don't want to live with nobody. And then she said, Kelly said, bitch, where are you? You ain't got nowhere to go. And then Molly and Kelly suggest not only getting the roommates, but they also suggest Issa having a yard sale. So Issa is having a yard sale. Her brother came to help her. He's pretty much telling her, you're overcharging for half this stuff. This stuff is too high. And she said, no, this came from Crate & Barrel or Bed Bath & Beyond. He's like, no, sis, this came from Target. She did manage to sell a couple of items, and then she Neva Bay was with his friend. She ended up sitting on the couch because I guess she said it was a rock that fell into her shoe, and she was talking about how much this couch cost. So Issa decided to change her mind. She decided not to sell the couch, but instead let Lawrence be able to have the couch. Couch. Hence the reason she was calling back during Lawrence's segment about, you could come get the couch. I will be gone between these hours. Feel free to pick up the couch and go. It's yours. So she calls Lawrence, left a message. Issa decided to move in with her brother. He's been a butthole, already telling her what she can and cannot do, who can come by, who cannot come by. He's laying out the rules and the regulations already. He drops Issa off to the dunes so she could do the final walkthrough and turn in her keys. Issa goes to the final, goes up into the apartment, and she sees Lawrence. Lawrence pretty much wait around to see if she'll come back. Lawrence asks, what happened with the spot on the ceiling. She pretty much tells him that she, got carried away one night. And then he said he just been feel like he been messing things up lately. Lawrence goes into explaining, apologizing and pretty much explaining about his expectations. He was saying he's hard on himself when he wants something. He'll do all means to, go after it. And he was really saying sorry. He also said, he was saying, why was you moving? Is it because of the rent? And Issa said pretty much, Issa said she wanted to be better for him. It didn't happen with his situation. So both of them pretty much was just realizing where they went wrong. how they probably could have went back and fixed this, went back and if they would have did things differently, they probably could have both had better communication on their feelings at that time. It was a touching moment, and Issa says she still love him so much. He said he loves her, and then they hug, and he goes to depart. Lawrence dropped to his knee. I started hollering and said, "Will you? I can't live my life without you. Will you marry me?" And then she was like, "Yes." And I was hollering, I was tossing stuff. I was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." I'm sure my brother downstairs probably saying, "What the hell going on with that girl?" And I'm like, "Oh my God." So it shows a montage of them getting married, being happy, having sex, being in love, and then all of a sudden Issa is pregnant, and then it show her with this baby, and she's happy and she's smiling, and all of a sudden this is a freaking dream imagination segment. So it goes back to her and Lawrence at the door, and then Lawrence leaves and says goodbye, Issa. I'm like, damn it to hell, because it was just like, oh my God, it was just, that montage was so beautiful. And I don't know, Issa hair just looked at flowy, and yeah, like just like she was just about that life. And Lawrence holding a baby, it just did something to me. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. Anyway, back to reality. So from there, Molly invites Issa over to hang out. They're dressed in Moroccan style clothes. They have Morocco style food. So I guess she was saying, here's the Black Girl Magic. I don't know if they're going to still go on this trip to Morocco or not. But yeah, Molly told Issa she could move in with her as long as she, especially if she could help her keep the house clean. And Issa said, no, she pretty much don't want to ruin the friendship. So Issa did hang out with Molly, and I think she ended up spending the night. So it shows Issa leaving Molly's apartment, and Molly is like, getting ready for arrival of someone. While Issa is in her Lyft ride, she gets an alert to saying Lawrence sent her a friend request on Facebook. So I guess this is the start of a new beginning, right? And Issa smiles. Molly is seen getting sexy. She's trying on these different lingerie pieces. I wish they would take that damn AKA paddle out these damn scenes. In the show, it shows Molly's supposed to be a member of my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. But apparently to our leadership, which was told at our summer meeting, I didn't go to our summer leadership meeting. Our organization did reach out to HBO to tell them could they stop showing AKA merchandise in these segments, especially if Molly is not gonna be upholding showing high scholastic achievement as well as moral and value character. So that's what they were saying. They were saying they need to stop, showing it. So I don't know. That was the reason why they didn't fully show the paddle this time. It was just showing the first two letters, but you seen our shield, so you knew it was our paddle. But I know they had to cover up. But she's getting sexy. She got her little lingerie on. There was a knock at the door. She transfers to the door. And guess who the hell it is? Dro. So once again, Molly is just continue to mess it up. Just mess it up. Here you was giving Lil Rel Quentin character a try. You call yourself going back to counseling. Poor Lionel ass got left in episode 6 or 7. It's just crazy. So she lets Dro in, and the rest is history there. It shows Issa getting out of her Uber, going up to the house, and going up to a house, going to a door, and apparently it is Daniel at the door. And she said, I'm sleeping on I'm gonna be sleeping on a couch. And he said, I know. So she goes in, they hug, she goes in, and that's pretty much it. That is the series finale of season 2 of Insecure. I do not know how long we will have to wait. I know there's a lot of people say they are ticked off about the outcome of this season finale. Some people said they got to go back and watch it again. And that's why I'm kind of late getting this up, because I went back and rewatched some segments as well to make sure I didn't miss anything. But that is it. That is all. They have, Insecure has been green lighted for season 3. I believe it's only for another 8 episodes. Hopefully maybe they can move these episodes up to at least an hour. I mean, that would be nice. Or even 45 minutes. But that's it. That's all. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for your continuous support. Have a good week. And guys, one last thing. Lift some prayers up before you hit the pillow or just wherever you're at. Lift some prayers up, because apparently, you know, Hurricane Irma has hit the Florida area. And yeah, Miami is getting hit with a lot of water as well as the surrounding area. So say some prayers tonight for those in Florida that are still left there and decided not to leave. That's it. Have a good evening.